Hey everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lea with Kathy, and it has been a wonderful week. A week that I have been waiting for, been excited about, and it's finally happened. So where are we going, and where do we go? Stay tuned, and I'll let you know. All right, this week has been something else. Sunday we went to church, had a good time. It was an entertaining and informative service. And we stopped and picked up chicken and came home. Since it was Palm Sunday, we didn't want to go out to eat or anything. So, came home. Didn't do much Sunday. Monday, I worked in the basement, working to help clean that up somewhat. And we went to town, got more pavers for the catico, and took the cool weather plants out to finish their hardening off. And Tuesday we're on the road. We went to up north to meet his brothers and sisters. All of them showed up, which was wonderful that they came from different parts of the state to have lunch with us. And we had a wonderful lunch. Don't get to see them enough. We really need to get together more often. And had a great time. Good food. But the highlight of the week was Wednesday. I could not even sleep hardly Tuesday night because I was so excited and a little nervous, a little anxiety, until I finally said, about 4 o'clock in the morning, oh, God, take the reins. I can't handle this anymore. I need some sleep. Immediately I went to sleep, and I knew he had it. I'm not one that likes to fly. And we had not seen our son for 5 years because he's been living on the East Coast. And he was coming back to Indiana. Not just to visit, he was coming back to Indiana. And I was really excited. It's his first flight. And it's just wonderful. And to see him come through that doorway was just wonderful. And hopefully he will be able to stay in Indiana and not have to travel anywhere else. And hopefully he can actually get back into this area. Right now he's up at Indianapolis. So hopefully we'll be able to get down here, find a job down here. So that's what we're hoping. But at least he's back in Indiana. He's back where we can easily go back and forth and see each other. When he was on the East Coast, it was just impossible for us to go, especially after Shoes got hurt and her health started deteriorating to the point where she had to have on-demand care almost 24/7. I mean, someone had to be with her almost all the time. So we couldn't go anywhere. And we had the other farm animals. We had the greenhouse to take care of. And the expense of the ticket to fly. And we just could not make it happen. So like I said, it was very wonderful to have him back in Indiana. It's American Eagle, Indiana. And that took all day. We were so excited to see him that we got at the airport at 1 o'clock, and his flight didn't even leave until 2:30 from the East Coast. So that tells you how excited we were to have him come home. So that was great. And then on Thursday, I came back up and started cleaning again. I cleaned I had to go through the tomatoes first and get those ready. So we got the tomatoes. Not all of them. Some of them are hardening off in here. most of them are hardening out here on the balcony. I'm going to put them out there in the day and bring them into here in this area. Used to be our setting room. We've kind of turned it into a mini exercise room. These are the machines that we use for cardio. So we have those upstairs. Downstairs in the basement is the weight machines. I did have started cleaning in here a little bit. I had that extra bookcase. So I had 4 extra bookcases by the time I got through with decluttering as much as I've done so far. And one of them I put in here, which works out really well because I can put the exercise stuff on shelves instead of all piled in that corner. So that's worked out really well. In here, haven't done anything in this room yet, so we're going to leave it dark so you don't see it. I started in this room. This is Chris's old room. We've been using it to store things, and so I've got to get it cleaned up. So if we need to have a guest room with all 3 boys coming home at one time, we'll have a room for them so they don't have to end up sleeping on the floor. But I haven't really started this room yet. I did get the new curtains, but I've got to get curtain rods for them because we went through that last video where they are heavier than the other ones. So I've got this room to declutter yet. The other bookshelf is here. It's going to go into that corner once I go through those boxes and get those organized. So got to do a lot in this room. Kind of waiting for him to get a time that he can come down here and go through his stuff. So we'll see what happens. This room is completely done. I got the plants out of it at last. So this is ready for one of the boys to come and visit. No problem. And Douglas is supposed to be home either Friday or Saturday. We don't know which one he's going to come in, but he's supposed to come in. So I had to get these plants back into the sunroom before he came so he can work. So here's all the plants in the sunroom. So they're back. This room is done. It's all cleaned. It's ready to go. And like I said, more plants here that I'll take out to the balcony later on. But this is where I've been working on this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Has been to get this room ready for guests. It's a futon bed that pulls out. And there's a Japanese mattress here that can be put on top of it to make it extra thicker so you're not laying on the bar. So this is the guest room. It's all clean. It's ready for the boys. So if I have to, I can always put the Japanese mattress on the floor and they can sleep that away if I had to, if I don't get the other room clean before they all 3 get here at one time. I do have this area yet to clean. And it's a mess right now, mainly because I am also working in the process of taking the cool weather plants and I hardened those off, and as you see in the tray there and sink, that's all the trays I need to wash from the cool weather plants and the tomatoes that I had to up pot. So those are all there to be washed before I can stack them away. And a lot of this stuff is just stuff that was in that room that I just brought over here because I have to find a place for them. I need to find a place for this stuff. And whatever I don't have room for, I'll either have to get busy and do that project and get it out of the way, or I'll have to find like the paints I have to go through, and if there's any dried up ones, I'll have to toss them away. But yeah, a lot of this stuff, I'm doing a really good job of tossing stuff. I'm really pleased with myself. And those are the tomatoes and the peppers that I will be hardening off next. I've only got so much room on the balcony. So this is looking so much better. This is Goodwill stuff, and I'm not for sure what we're going to do with the printer. It works. No problem with that. The problem with the printer is that the ink is so doggone expensive, and it does not hook up to any computer anymore because it's really old. So I don't know what. We'll probably get rid of it. You know, it's probably the best printer in the house because it enlarges, and you can change the make it light or dark, and you can change it size-wise. You can do all kinds of things with it. But the ink is like over $150 a cartridge. So it got really too expensive to handle. So that is what I've been up to. Watered the greenhouses. Got the cats back in the catico. They tried to dig out. I'll have to give them credit, but they did. They soon found out that it wasn't going to work. They couldn't dig under the pavers and get all the way out. So they quit. And they're not in there today because he's mowing the grass and they're scared of the mowers. So I figured I wasn't going to make them scared. So I just left them in today. We did go to the gym Monday and Friday. Of course, we skipped Wednesday. And I can't think of anything else. I think that's it. It's been a great week. So I hope you've had a good week. And remember, like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.